currently, I am an independent director at the Arizona Metals Corporation junior company based in Canada. And my main role is to supervise the management of the business and affairs of the company. Academia, a Canadian mineral exploration company engaged in advancing precious and base metals deposits. We have two in the state of Arizona. So for me, SME has been the door that have opened opportunities for my career development since I was a student in Peru back in 2004. I had no idea about SME as a student in Peru until a professor of us introduced me to this organization. And with the internet up and running, I was able to research on it. And along with a classmate, we were able to fund the first South American and Peruvian SME student chapter in 2005. This was a big deal for us because we were so far from the organization headquarters that we had to really get involved in the organization. So after we funded our SME student chapter in Peru, we raised some local fund from the industry to be able to attend the SME annual meeting in St. Louis, Missouri back in 2006. So that was such a great experience for me because it was the first time going abroad into a mining conference, and younger Rosa with a very poor English level came to the conference. And because my English was still very basic, nevertheless, I was able to do some good contacts and networking. I used all my nonverbal skills to connect with people and smile and try to carry on with conversations. But it was such a great experience that really took me out of my comfort zone and really was the first step for me to develop this student chapter and interact with other student chapters in the US and other students, mining students abroad from Peru. So it was just such an enriching experience. There, I also met my future Master of Science advisor that I had no idea it will be right in the future, among other opportunities. So I would say I'm so very grateful to all the formal and informal mentors and opportunities that SME has provided to me along these 17 years of career, because when I jumped into it, I didn't know how much opportunities I would get from the organization. And it is really, you get what you put into it. So I think that's the message I would like to give to the younger generations and to students who are thinking to join the organization. And what I really like from it is that it is an horizontal organization, not hierarchical. You could reach anyone within the organization. You have these executives and professionals really successful in their careers that are able to lend you a hand when you need it, and coach you and mentor you and show you the different career path opportunities you have. So for me, my journey with SME has been really a self-discovery journey. To realize and acknowledge what I was capable of doing if I was courageous enough and put the work into it, because I was given the opportunities to pursue different roles at the organization. It has been a great platform to develop my teamwork and my leadership skills with every situation we have faced. I also had no idea about the sense of community at SME. And as an immigrant, as a foreign student, that was really an encouragement I felt to come to the US, because I had this network that I built throughout the years, and I knew I was not alone. I have no family in the US at the time, and the sense of community and belonging at SME, it really reassured me and uplifted me so many times. It made me feel that I belong, and even when I didn't feel that way in other places. So I would say that carried me on throughout the time. And for me, as I mentioned, it was a self-discovery journey. So after the student chapter, and once I graduated from the Master of Science at the U of A, I joined the Young Leader Committee back in 2014. I was class of 2014. Still working on my English as second language, but had no idea again of the opportunities I would have to be part of the leadership of the organization. When I joined, I just wanted to learn from other ambitious and outstanding professionals, and I ended up being part of the executive committee at Young Leaders and had the opportunity to support other young members in the organization. So after that, I was invited and appointed by SME Executive Director to be one of the organizers of Diversity of the Minerals, Metals, and Materials Professions, DMMM3, in 2018, representing SME. And that was really an eye-opener for me. This was an event organized by TMS and SME that really talked openly about race and about ethnicities and about challenges that we have as minority groups. So because of this conference, I started a research on assessing the effectiveness of diversity initiatives and policies in the U.S. mining industry, along with Fatima Molay, a PhD student at the time. And with the help of SME Board of Directors, we did a live survey to really assess the sentiment and the perception of mining professionals on how diversity and inclusion policies have really improved the work environment, retention, and advancement of minority professionals. And the results were really surprising in the sense that not many of them were aware about these policies in their companies, and most of them didn't know about it, as there's no published data on the topic. So this research was really a reference and a baseline for future research, that there was null publications, at least for this demographic and industry in the US. So after that, Women in Mining Arizona came along, and it's just been a great opportunity to contribute to the diversity, equity and inclusion portion of the industry as well, besides on the technical aspects of mining engineering.